who you are. Take charge of your thoughts. As women, we go through struggles in life. Get excited. I am a winner. I am destined to win, and I will win. So don't allow those struggles, don't allow those challenges, don't allow them to break you. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Esther, and I'm happy to have you. Thank you for coming back, and I appreciate your support, and I hope that you have been enjoying my videos so far. If you have not subscribed, please don't forget to press that subscription button and be part of this family. Also, you can press the notification bell next to the subscription button, and that will notify you anytime I upload any video. Today, my video is on a different subject. I did say in my last video that I was going to be talking on autism and challenges that we go through with their behavior, and some of the challenges that I have been through with Gracie. But I just feel in my spirit that I need to cover this topic today, because I feel that before I can cover that challenging behaviors of autistic children, I need to actually encourage women. I need to share with you some strengths that we as women have, and also I feel like encouraging some women today and letting you know that as women we have strengths that we don't even know that we have, and ways that we can actually pull out those strengths. I'm going to be talking on the strengths of a woman and how I have drawn, or how I have been able to draw out my inner strengths. I want to share with you some challenges that we might face as women and how we can overcome them. A woman has strengths that are not known to her until she is faced with some challenges. And once we are faced with challenges, we either allow those challenges to break us or to make us. And depending on the option that we go for, if we allow it to make us, then we will start to see some strengths that we have that we never knew exist in us until those challenges came into our lives. Before I go further, I want you to know who is a woman and how a woman was formed by God. In Genesis, when God was going to make a man, he said, "Let us make a man in our own image, in our own likeness." And what did God do to make a man? He used the dust of the ground to make a man and breathed into that man, and that man became a living soul. And when it came to making a woman, he made Adam to sleep, and he took out a rib, a bone from inside Adam to make a woman. So you can see the difference of the way God made a man and a woman. Man came from the dust of the earth, and a woman came from the bone of Adam. And a bone, it's not an easy thing to crack. A bone is a strong thing. I am bringing out that scenario to show that we women were made by God with some strengths in us. And until we are able to draw out those inner strengths, we will not understand how much we can face in life. You might be thinking, how do I draw out my strength? How do I draw out my inner strength? As a woman, I would like to draw out my inner strength. How do I do this? My first advice would be, stay calm. Pray for strength and grace from God to deal with it. As a woman, and I have done this loads of times, I have faced some challenges in my life that I have thought to myself, how did I get there? How? What happened? How did I just find myself in this situation? And I think it's because I was not aware. I was not watchful. I was careless. So there are some times that we will find ourselves in situations that we would think, what am I going to do? How do I deal with this? My first advice is stay calm, pray, and ask for grace. That is one way you can start drawing out your strength as a woman. Another thing I would advise is know who you are. Take charge of your thoughts. Don't allow your thoughts to take charge of you at this crucial time. Know who you are. You are a woman. You are a strong woman. You have strength to deal with this. So stay calm. Put your thoughts together and think on how you're going to deal with this. Don't just jump before you think. Relax in faith that God has seen this and He must have allowed this to happen. And He must have a good purpose for allowing this to happen. So please, when situation comes our way, don't let's just jump. Let us stay calm, put your thoughts together and pray and think on how to deal with it. I have jumped in so many situations, and that jumping has landed me in a terrible, worse situation than the challenges that came. Another way that you can draw out your strength is speak to yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. 1 Samuel 30 verse 6. David encouraged himself in the Lord. So stay calm. Speak to your inner self. I do that a lot. When I am faced with situation, I tell myself, Esther, just calm down. Don't say anything. Just stay quiet. Just watch. Be careful. I talk to myself. So when you talk to yourself, that is strength. You're drawing out strength from your inner self. Another way you can draw out your strength is be receptive to the Spirit of God. Accept your inadequacy and let the Holy Spirit lead you. Don't think you are able to face the situation yourself. Lean on the Spirit of God. Let the Spirit of God guide you. Don't just jump. If you jump, you'll make the situation worse. I have dealt with situations in my life many times and have made it worse. I shared in one of my videos what I did when I learned Gracie could possibly be autistic. I remember when the health visitor told me that there could be some issues with Gracie. When Gracie was diagnosed and she was confirmed as having autism and learning difficulties, rather than me sitting down, putting my thoughts together, thinking of how to go about it, and then taking it to the Lord in prayer, knowing that I am not capable to deal with situations like this. What did I do? I started running around, calling the doctors, calling the health visitors, moving her from one nursery to another. I was not allowing the Spirit of God to talk through me. I was not allowing the Spirit of God to even have His way in me. I took the situation myself and I was running helter-skelter, seeking help. So I am here to advise you. If you have such situation, if you find yourself in a situation whereby you are not sure how to go about it, just stay calm. Pray, put your thoughts together, accept your inadequacy, and let the Holy Spirit lead you. So those are the points that I have on how you can draw out your strengths. If you can add to these points that I have stated, or you want to share your own ideas on how we can draw out our inner strengths, please share those with me in the comment box. I would love to hear from you. Now that I have covered how we can actually draw out our inner strength, I want to start going into points of how as a woman we can face challenges. As a woman, I go through struggles in life, and I know as women we go through struggles in life. The good thing about women is we can multitask. That is the way God has made us. You know, we can be cooking and being on the phone and changing the nappies and cleaning the kitchen and doing a lot of things at the same time. We are so good at multitasking. That is the way God made us. However, we do have struggles, and sometimes as women we make mistakes in dealing with the struggles. But today I want to encourage you on how you can overcome some struggles in life as a woman. And if you're not a woman, if you're a young person, a young lady, a young woman looking at me, either you're married or unmarried, please take the points that I'm going to be sharing here with you, because you don't know what you're going to face in future. So therefore, please learn from us, and don't think that, oh, I'm not a woman, and just go by this video. Watch it, listen to it, and learn from it. That will save you from a lot of problems when you are faced with challenges. The first point of how you can overcome struggles as a woman is, don't compare yourself with anybody. I read it somewhere that when you compare yourself with another woman, is a thief of all joy. The Bible says those who compare themselves with another are not wise. When you compare yourself with another woman, it will make you bitter, it will make you resentful, you'll be resentful to God, and it will steal your joy. And when you're resentful, when you're bitter, you're not going to be productive. I have been in that situation. I have shared in one of my videos how I grew up, because I thought I was a good girl. You know, I grew up following everything that I was taught practically. And when I got married and I started facing challenges, I started to compare myself. I was like, I was good growing up, and I was comparing myself with other girls that we grew up together, and maybe possibly they are doing fine. And I would say to myself, but this person is doing fine, that person is doing fine, why am I in this situation? I thought I did everything I was supposed to do. That is a thief of all joy, indeed, because that stole my joy, and that made me resentful, and that made me unproductive. And when you do that, you do some things that you would come to regret in life. So please, don't compare yourself with another. You are yourself, I am myself, and God has a purpose for all of us. And He has put in us some amazing things that we don't even know about. So don't compare yourself with another woman. If you compare yourself with another person, it will set you back, and you will lose so many years that you would have been so productive. You would have lost those years. That was what happened to me. I was busy comparing myself with other people, and that set me back, not only spiritually, it set me back physically, it set me back in so many ways. You know, rather than me moving on, dealing with issues, moving on and doing things, I was way back, you know, being resentful, feeling sorry for myself, you know, looking for pity party. That did not help me. So please, I'm here to let you know, as a woman, it does not help to compare ourselves with another woman. When I did that, I got depressed and I got into trouble. So my advice is, don't compare. Another advice I would tell you is embrace the pain. I know it's not easy to embrace pain. Yes, I can sit down here today and say embrace the pain as if it's that easy. But when you embrace the pain, that is the beginning of your healing. I went through some really challenging periods in my life, but I can't even list all of them here. But I lost my mom, I lost my husband didn't die, I lost my younger brother, my daughter Gracie had to go into a boarding school, and that hurts. And those were challenges that I faced in life that really hit me hard. I remember when I had to let Gracie go to school. I'm going to cover that in another video on how I decided Gracie could go to a boarding school. I cried for days. I would lay in my bed and I would shed tears in my bed. I was very sad to have allowed her to go to a boarding school. But there are situations that would occur in your life that will make you to make some difficult situations. But my advice for you today is, when you're faced with such, embrace the pain. When you embrace that pain, it would help you with the healing process. You have to understand that it is a phase, and that phase will soon pass. Gracie went to a boarding school. She's back home now. I lost my mom, yes, but I'm still living. God has been faithful. Yes, my husband is not here, but God is looking after me. Yes, I lost my younger brother, but God has been good to us. As a family, He's been comforting us. So it's a phase and it will soon pass. So don't sit down there and start mourning your lot. Embrace the pain. Accept it. When I did not accept, when Gracie was diagnosed that she was autistic, I didn't accept it. And what did that do? That set me into depression. That even wasted my time. The time I would have spent seeking for help, for development for Gracie, I spent the time mourning my lot, feeling sorry for myself. So I'm here to let you know, please, as a woman, when you're faced with challenges, embrace the pain. That will be the beginning of your healing, and that would clear your brain in making the right decision for yourself in that situation. Also, when you embrace the pain, at the end it will come out as a testimony, and that will make you stronger. So, my lady, my woman, embrace the pain. My next point is get excited. How do I get excited about my problems? It's not an easy thing to get excited about problems, but you know what it does? When you get excited about it, it defeats the devil. It puts the devil under your feet, because the devil's plans is to put you down, allow some challenges or cause some problems to come into your life to put you down, to break you. But get excited about it. Yes, you're broken. And as a woman, I know sometimes we find ourselves on the floor. I have found myself on the floor many times. But when I find myself on the floor, you don't remain on the floor. You get up. Get excited about the fact that, right, now this is a challenge and I am going to break it. I'm going to break through this challenge. Why? Because if you don't break through, that problem will break you. So as a woman, when you're faced with some challenges, please get excited about the fact that, yes, I'm going to deal with this. Especially if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, it's going to be difficult. But if you are a Christian, you know that with God on your side, you are going to be able to go through those challenges. So get excited about them. Why do you get excited about these challenges or this problem? Because it is a ladder to the next stage. It is a challenge that has come to weigh you down. But rather than allowing that challenge to weigh you down, use it as a ladder to climb to the next step, to the next stage of your life. Don't worry about where you're coming from, but be excited about where you are going, where these challenges is going to land you, and the promotion God is about to give you when you pass this challenge. So get excited about it. God is about to promote you, and don't allow the devil to steal your promotion from you. Also, get excited about the biggest fight of your life. You know, there are some problems that we have that, you just don't think there is a way out. There are some little ones, but there are some really crunchy ones. Get excited about them. Why do you get excited about them? Because God doesn't give little fights to giants. You are a giant in faith, and God has got some serious fights for you as a soldier of the cross. Also, God doesn't give big fights to wimps. He doesn't give big fights to weak people. He doesn't give big fights to people who don't have self-confidence in themselves. He doesn't give big fights to people who he knows that they would run back in the middle of the battle. He doesn't give big fights to weak soldiers. You don't want to be a weak soldier. You are a soldier of Christ. So when you are faced with some challenges that are bigger than you think, know that God is about to work, and this is going to take you into some places. It's a promotion. So face it and don't run back. Don't let that problem, don't let it kill you. You kill the problem. If you have a big fight in your life, maybe like me, having a special needs child, because when you have a special needs child, it's a big fight. It's not an easy job. And it's not a job that you're just going to do for 2, 3, 4 years. It's a lifetime job. So if you have a big fight, like having a special needs child, or maybe you have lost a loved one, or maybe you have gone through rejection like me, it means that you're grown up and you are able to face it. And not only face it, you are able to face it and win it. So get excited. You're destined to win. I tell myself that every time, that I am a winner. I am destined to win, and I will win. So don't allow those struggles, don't allow those challenges, don't allow them to break you. Remember I said they can either break or make you. I will advise that you allow those problems, those challenges to make you rather than break you. If you are a young person, or if you're a woman, or you are, any age and you're watching me, please know, learn from this, that when you're faced with challenges, don't allow those challenges to break you down. You are a woman, and as women, we have strength. You need to draw those strengths out, and you can't just draw them out by just sitting down and mourning your lot. You need to make a decision. This problem, I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to face it, and I'm going to win it. If you're determined to overcome your struggles, the world will soon know that you're kind, you're bold, you're strong, you're passionate, you're a soldier. These are all you need to take care of a special needs child. So rise up to this task, because you are able to face it and to win it. Don't allow any issues, any problems to weigh you down. When you're weighed down, yes, we can be weighed down, but don't remain on the floor. Get up, face the battle, and win it, because you are a winner. Next week, I'm going to be talking on autism and their behaviors, some challenges that I have faced, and how I overcame those challenges. Please make a comment below and let me know how you have overcome some struggles in your life. Share your experience with me. Let others learn from you as much as they are learning from me. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, and also if you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you for coming, and take care of yourself until I see you next time. when you're up on the mountain, you've got peace of mind like you've never known. But things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. You talk of faith when you're up on the mountain. Talk comes so easy when life's at its best. Now it's down in the valley of trials and temptations. That's when your faith is really put to the test. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. The God of the day is still God in the night. The God of the day